We're in the fourth round. We're in the fourth round. We're Aston Villa. We're in the fourth round. I think we've all got to be happy about that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the game was all right, but I'm just thinking fourth round. When that commentator kept going on about all them games we've lost in a row and we'd set the record for the most losses in a row, I'm thinking, just win the game. Welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new, subscribe, get on this journey with us. Comment your thoughts down below and smash a like. So basically, because we're in the fourth round of the FA Cup, I want 1,000 likes. So smash a like. Justin, how are you?
All right, mate. I think there's another verse needed in that. We're in the fourth round. It's only taken 8 years. We're in the fourth round. Yeah, it's just a relief, innit?
Yeah, definitely a relief. And I was kind of thinking as that game was ebbing on that most Villa fans have been saying, take it seriously, go with a strong team. And I was thinking, we've gone with a strong team here. Like, we can't not get through. And then I started thinking, like, we've got a week off after Everton. And I was thinking, that's when the replay is. Like, that's we want a week off there. So, yeah, I mean, initial thoughts are relief that we threw. I think that's the main thing to get through. I think he's shown tonight that he wants to take it seriously, and he went with a strong lineup, and I think that's great to see. Me and you especially spoke about how this competition, with the history of it in English football, it's one that should be cherished, and we should try and win it. And I think we're not in a position where we can turn our nose up at trophies because we haven't won one for ages. So, we have got to sort of, try and get there. So, team news, Duran started. We'd had a bit of noise about Duran earlier today, but Duran started, Cash started. We had a double pivot of Dendoncker and Kamara. And I felt more, if I have to think about the game as a whole, I think we controlled the game. We were the team that had majority of the ball. I thought, one thing that I will say is that I know, a lot of people, feel like that we really struggle against a low block. And I think every team struggles against a low block. Doesn't matter who you are, it's very difficult to play against. But the one thing that I will say against teams playing with a low block is that you pretty much have to be near on perfect with the ball. You can't then allow any mistakes, because if you allow a mistake and they score, the game's even more difficult. So you have to control the game well, and you have to just stick to your principles and your way of playing till the very end. Now, how many times against teams with a low block have we been patient and gone to the end and we've done really well? Look at that Zurinsky Mostar game. We did it there. We did it against Brentford away. We score in late goals, and I think it's all about being patient. And I was just so happy that we was able to get the win. So, what if you had to summarise the game? What are your thoughts?
Thank God, that's my summary. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, cup football is all about getting through to the next round. Yes, we all want to see swashbuckling, flamboyant, attacking football and winning 3, 4s and 5s. But, I don't think we're in the best run of form at the moment. I think anybody can see that. We are struggling a little bit to sort of take teams apart. And this is the third game in the last few that teams have really basically just set up to try and get a draw and maybe nick something on the break or a set piece. And we found it a little bit tough, haven't we, to break these teams down. Ultimately, we got the job done, and that's all that matters in the FA Cup. I think it does highlight that we have got to strengthen one or two positions, but that's for another day. One or two players had a chance tonight, and they did okay. Overall, I'm pleased we're through to the next round. It's been a very, very, very long time coming. I like the team he put out. I like that it was strong. I like that he's taking it seriously. We can argue another day if games start piling up and we are going, for the title or Champions League becomes a question mark, and we're still going deep in Europe. We can worry about that as and when the time comes. But for now, I want to go full bore in all the competitions we're in. Then if we get knocked out of Europe and we've taken the FA Cup lightly and we've got knocked out against a silly team, then we'll all be annoyed, won't we? So until the decision has to be made to rest players for a more important game coming up, that's up to the manager to decide. But as it stands, we're through to the next round. We're in the draw for the next hat. I'm looking forward to seeing who we get. Hopefully, it's a lower league side at home. And then we can rest players. Then we haven't got to worry about this, playing players and overplaying them and injuries and suspensions and blah, blah, blah. But it was a tough game to watch. It was a tough game for us. Middlesbrough did really well. They've got a lot of players missing, so fair play to them. But as I said at the start, get through to the next round. It is the only thing that matters in cup football.
It is the only thing that matters, to be fair. Getting through and getting into the next round. So as the game sort of panned out, I thought Duran played quite well. I thought his link-up was very well at one point. There was a moment where he kept dropping deeper. His touch looked good. His striking of the ball was very, very good. So I think Duran played decent. And I think it's one of them performances where just get your head down. Just keep your head down. You've played 70-odd minutes. Build on that performance and just keep going. And that's if he's still here in a Villa shirt come the end of the window. So I thought like he did okay. I thought he did all right. Ramsey, I thought was okay as well. A little bit loose. There was a couple of times where he found himself in the first half on that left-hand side, 1v1. He'd got the opportunity to be a little bit more direct, to see a little bit more end product, but it just wasn't there. He did well to recover that one off that corner that they had as well. Bailey looked decent first half. Thought McGinn was a little bit off it all game, really. I don't think his passing was off it. I just felt like, his duels, he wasn't winning the majority of his duels. And I think when I look at a McGinn performance, sometimes when he wins them duels and he's getting stuck in and he's coming off the end of some of them duels and then he's driving Villa forward, we look a little bit better going forward. But I think if I had to sort of summarise on where I think we did well today, I think Austin McPhee deserves a little bit of credit here, because I thought our set pieces against Middlesbrough, I thought they were really good. I thought they were creative. I thought we looked a threat, especially in the second half. Some of them balls that were going in, the little routines that we've got going on. We got lucky with the one where McGinn had a shot. And, so I thought the set pieces were pretty good. Zaniolo, we all know he's got something in his locker. And when he hit that, I was like, that's the one. That's the one that we've been waiting for. And, when he came on, he looked bright with that chance that he had. Cash looked okay. Cash was all right this game, and he managed to score the goal. And, it was a lucky deflection. But come on, I mean, all the deflected goals that have gone in against Villa, we must have a back catalogue brewing of like deflected goals that are due to go in. So, and what I would say about him as well is, sometimes I don't think Emery likes them shooting from distance if the player doesn't believe that they're going to score or believe that they can work the angle well. And I think Zaniolo took that shot. Cash took his shot. And if you don't shoot from outside the box, you're not going to score, are you? So they both took a chance and both came close and Cash's went in. So that was really good. Just if I had to pick a man of the match from you today, who would you go with?
Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because I don't think there was a massive standout. I don't know. I couldn't call it, to be honest. Honestly, I couldn't. I think there was a few half decent performances. What would you?
I'll help you out here, because I'm on.
There's not one that stands out, is there? Like saying he was like brilliant.
I thought Kamara had a good game. I thought
steady,
Kamara was.
Yeah.
I thought he played well. So score have gone with Matty Cash with an 8.8. So I think that's because he scored as well. But
yeah,
I think
he was very telling. When Cash scored, he went to the Villa fans and he put his fingers in his ears. So I think a little bit of he's hearing a bit of the noise about some little minor criticisms about him. So hopefully he's not too annoyed with things and he can get his head down and get on with it.
Yeah, definitely. I think some of them do need to just get their head down and get on with it, I think. So, if we have a look at some of the stats, 62% possession for Aston Villa, 12 shots, 6 on target. We had passing, let's have a look. We had one big chance and we missed one big chance. 538 passes for Villa, 90% passing accuracy, which that's outstanding. That is,
Incredible, yeah.
if you're hitting 90s and you can controlling the game like we are, that is absolutely fantastic. 62% possession on long balls, 17% on crosses, 31% on dribbles. So, yeah, I just think if we have a look at the average positions as well, so Middlesbrough have got 3 players that are inside Villa's half, the rest are defending. And then Villa, you can see Villa's shape. You've got Moreno bombed on. You've got Kamara sitting in that holding role. Then Donker a little bit further forward. McGinn and Ramsey pretty central on that left-hand side together. Duran and Bailey. So, bit of a gap over on that right-hand side. If we have a look at some of the stats from some of the players, let's go. Ramsey's heat map. We've got McGinn's heat map. Not really heavy anywhere, really. So, yeah, it's one of them where were we at our best?
Job.
Yeah,
it was a professional job. Well done.
Yeah, we played okay though. I think.
Yeah.
I think we were okay for what we were doing. We weren't as dynamic as what we'd probably wanted to be. They didn't really pose us too many problems. I always felt like if we were going to concede, it would probably be through us of maybe giving the ball away at the wrong area.
Yeah.
I think that ref always bothers me a little bit as well.
The ref was awful. I can't say that. He was awful.
It was a penalty.
Pen.
Yeah. And that one on Bailey, I've got written down on my notes here. But Bailey muttered under his breath, unbelievable.
That was the one at the edge of the box. Is that the one you know about? When he got basically pushed off the ball?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
And then they turned the ball over and we did exactly the same. And he gave the foul 10 seconds later. Yeah, the ref was atrocious, absolutely atrocious today. But, professional performance in a potentially tricky game, potential banana skin, which we've seen over the last 7 or 8 seasons that we've come up a cropper against. So, yeah, looking forward to the draw now. When's that? Tomorrow night.
Might be. Is there any games on Monday?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there? Might be after that then.
The rest of the games, aren't they?
Yeah, so it'd be exciting to see who we get. So I think we'll leave it there. Short, sharp, sweet, into the 4th round. Shout out, though. Got to give a big shout out here. On her very first away day, Hannah Gowan has won on her first away trip with the Villa. So she will be very, very happy. So I think, I was trying to see when we scored if we could see any Gowan limbs first row, trying to get to Matty Cash, but no. Fair play to Hannah. She must be buzzing about that now. So, so I think we'll leave it there. We've had a lot of content out this week. We've had a lot of transfer stuff. Hopefully that can start ramping up a little bit and we can get a little bit more of it out. I feel like we might have one come. We might have one at the minute. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I think we'll sign one. Hopefully we might sign more than one, but I think one. I think there will be one. So go back, check out all of our transfer episodes that we've had out this week as well. So buzzing into the next round, up the Villa,
up the FA Cup.